Hasn't changed on OBS. There we go. Oh. That was the wrong screen. There we go. This is the one that I've set up. Classic Practical Heroes.
What is happening?
Some of these are so funny.
Hello, family, friends, fans, fellow adventurers. Welcome back to Practical Heroes. You might have noticed things are a little bit different here in town. We're doing something a little different today because we don't have Ethan with us to play Warden, and we are right on the verge of entering Warden's hometown, so that'd probably be a little bit weird without him. So, we're doing a little one-shot, and I'm going to pass over to, as you can see on screen, not the DM, but the Rootinest Tootinest, Lindsey, to explain what we're doing today.
All right, well, howdy there, buckaroos and buckadarlings. Today we're gonna play this is called Cowboys with Big Hearts, as you can see here, hopefully. Can we see it? There we go.
Yeah.
It's on stream.
This is by Jason Morningstar, not of the Morningstars. I'm pretty sure he's not related to the devil, but who knows?
Could be.
It could be. This is from
Might be.
Bully Pulpit Games. I don't think they have a physical location. I did try to find, but Jason Morningstar is like the main dude, and he's based in Durham, North Carolina. So shout out to North Carolina, I guess. You have one cool dude at least.
Well, y'all.
I prefer West Carolina myself, but
Yeah.
you know, I'm picky.
Yeah. So sorry, no, I just
completely
Crushing
throws
silence.
off, honestly.
I was like, I agree, but it's anyway. Because that's where I get North and South Carolina confused too. They're very close together.
Yeah, they're almost like right next to each other, you know?
They're basically
Like one
one's
right on top of the
Yeah,
other.
I get them. I can't remember which cities are in which one. I'm like, it's one of the Carolinas. I don't know.
Oh, we should tweet about this. Okay, hold on.
Absolutely.
But anyway, so this is a fun little RPG. It's actually a DM or GM-less little game. I'm gonna play as a facilitator though, because my friends are feral cats and I can't just let them improv by themselves. We won't make it in 3 hours. Mitch knows.
Yeah. He did.
So anyway, I guess we'll just dive right in, and you will discover why they have big hearts and what they're trying to do. That these are good people doing good things out in the world. And my mic tried to move. Don't do that, Mike. All right, are we ready? We're ready. It's good enough. We're gonna start with the Code of the West. Not West Carolina, but the Wild West. This is the Code of the West. Follow it or don't. Always help a person in need, even a stranger or enemy. Be there for a friend when they need you. Remove your guns before sitting at the dining table. Don't inquire into a person's past. Your word is your bond. Don't complain. Quitters complain. Don't be a coward neither. Give your enemy a fighting chance. Don't shoot a person unarmed or unwarned, and don't ever shoot an innocent. Finally, never steal a person's horse. Never ride another person's horse without permission. Hell, don't even look at another person's horse wrong. Same goes for hats. So, those are your parameters.
Oh,
As
perfect
heroes.
opportunity.
Speaking of cowboy hats.
The hat.
Don't you be looking at that hat wrong.
Don't look at that hat.
All right. It's 1900, and you're in Sunny Slope, a tent city in the. Let me start that over. With water. I read this 800 times, and I knew I was still gonna tongue tie myself. It's 1900, and you're in Sunny Slope, a tent city and sanitarium north of Phoenix, Arizona territory. The West isn't so wild anymore, and given the vicissitudes of our illnesses, we've come here to die. Sunny Slope is a paradise. There's nothing to do but rest and take in the palliative breezes. And here we are strapping on our barking irons with a bunch of other pox-ridden, busted-up wrecks. It is a puzzlement. Now, what could compel a posse of diseased chuckaboos on death's front porch to saddle up for one last hard ride? Well, it's a complicated ball of yarn, but at this end we're holding in our sweaty hands, is an outrage. And at the other end of this string is the Death Brothers. Whatever it is they did, we made a promise to make it right. That probably means killing them, or trying. Maybe it means other things too. So let's gather our keepsakes and our guns, you swole-hearted sons of bitches. The Death Brothers got a day's lead heading for Mexico. We made a promise to stop them, and people like us, we gotta keep our word or go down trying. We're gonna find them Death Brothers and have us a serious conversation about right and wrong if it's the last thing we do, which it will be. That's what's up with you guys. So what we now need to figure out is, what is that outrage? What is that last straw that is making you get off your decrepit, falling apart asses to go after these bad guys?
Yeah.
So we've been provided with a list of 18 outrages, and we're going to go through them and just mark off each one until we get to the last straw. So which one you don't really care if we don't cover. So to start, who was the last one that rode a horse? Anybody? Any horse riders up in here?
Not me.
I have never ridden a horse in my life.
Oh,
My
okay.
my wife fell off a horse and broke her pelvis.
Yeah, all right, you go first.
All right.
Boom.
Just out of curiosity, would it be possible or make sense if we picked our own, or we have to have one?
Yeah, it's one outrage for the whole story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And to maybe help speed things up, maybe pick two at a time to mark off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Death Brothers in sequence, married, abandoned, kin to you. I'm just starting at the top. Sister back east. That one doesn't blow me away, but
All right, I will mark that one off.
the Death Brothers kidnapped a decent young man named Guerrero at his wedding. Oh, I think that is there's a similar. I've watched a lot of Western movies, as I have told them, and been sending pieces of him to his family with ransom demands they can't pay. It's fine, but I'm fine with not having that.
Cool.
So I'm marking that one off.
Sure.
Alrighty. And you can jump around the list. It doesn't have to be in order.
Yeah, I just figured I'd start at the
Yeah.
top. The librarian in me can't.
Right.
But
No, I understand. All right, let's look at the screen over here. It looks like Steph is next in the rotation.
Well, I'll jump around over to the weird category. I'll cross off the Death Brothers are not men, but angels and fallen ones, and God will quietly lead you all to them for a final reckoning. Yeah, you know.
We'll leave that for D&D.
Yeah,
Right.
Not my last straw.
Yeah.
I also don't think that my last straw would be the Death Brothers just need killing in a general way.
I was going to mark that one off.
All right.
Someone disposable better do it, because the doing is not so assured. So,
All right. Which one is that under?
That's under murderous.
Murderous.
The last one under murderous.
Okay, thank you.
That one doesn't really tickle my fancy as a.
They just need to die. All right. Mitch.
Well, I'm thinking I know which one I would like to be the last straw, and I think we all know which one that is. In terms of the ones that just ain't gripping me or just don't sit right with me, under murderous, I would like to strike off Death Brothers drank water and laughed when they came across some immigrants in distress in the Chihuahua Desert.
All right.
I would have happily had that been my last straw.
I mean, on one hand, yes, but on the other hand, it seems a bit much.
Yeah, I get it. It's not your last straw. It's like a thing that they did that really pissed you off.
Yeah, I mean, these are all, well, not all. I'm not going to say all the weird ones or things that they've done because there's some really
There's some out there fucking.
But we're going to pretend that the cruel and murderous are all things they have actually done.
Okay.
And I think to jump back to cruel, I will mark off Death Brothers came to Sunny Slope with a bag and hog-leg pistols and made the patients and staff fill it with their meager treasures.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
weak
not
sauce.
gripping me.
Pretty weak.
All right. So, do you guys want me to post an updated picture with the marked out ones?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
In
Is
the
that back to
Specky
me?
Westy chat.
Yes, that will be back to you, Maywood.
I'm going to. The Death Brothers killed 3 German stagecoach passengers during a botched robbery in Pinal County. Oh well.
That
The
actually,
Death Brothers.
like, if we had like a longer, if this was going to be longer than just like these few acts, I was like, that would have been my thing.
And then maybe I'll get rid of a weird one, yeah, because they are pretty.
They're out there, man.
My nephew and my
I
cousin.
like them. I like.
Yeah, I like
just,
them.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so good.
Like that they to kill the Death Brothers is to kill death
Yeah.
as surely as the sun kills the moon each morning. Yeah, that's
City.
pretty.
Do you want me to mark that one off?
Please.
Okay. That's a whole, I feel like that's a longer game than 2 hours. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Stephanie.
Okay. I will have to go with let's see. The death under cruel. The Death Brothers robbed a bank with Joe Boot and kept his share, and Joe Boot has been a friend or confidant, or I'm sorry, a friend or confederate to all of you.
Aw. Sucks to suck, Joe Boot.
Sorry, Joe.
He getting the
Annoying.
boot.
Yeah.
Getting the boot, but no booty.
I'll also pick a weird one. This was kind of my favorite weird one, which was the Death Brothers possess a pair of magic
Same.
rings vomited up by a Leviathan that make them immortal, and those rings will be yours.
I will
That's a
absolutely
fun
be
one.
using that in a future D&D game
I
because I
fucking
also
knew.
have been eyeing that one up since
I
we
read
started.
that and I thought of you immediately, Mitch. I was like, Mitch is gonna make a call of.
Yeah. Which is a side note about this game. It's kind of an evergreen. You might have to switch out which friends you're playing with, but as you can see, there's a lot of different routes this game can take.
Yeah.
Pretty
So-
cool.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Mitch. back
I'm
to you.
keeping it weird first. Again, it's another one that I would have loved to have experienced, but again, I think with the time constraints, probably best not. The Death Brothers whispered a secret to one of you long ago atop Mount Lemon, and it is too terrible to outlive you. They must whisper no more.
All right.
I love how much Steph is enjoying my
Yeah.
cowboy.
Yeah.
I really
It's
love
so
your
good.
cowboy accent. Yeah.
And you were so worried about it.
yeah.
All right.
Well, I wasn't. What I was worried about was the fact that everyone would judge me based off that one gnome in that one town in Campaign 2 who was doing a very
Oh.
bad one and think that I am just bad. Because he was trying to pretend to be a sheriff. I will also strike off. We've had the German stagecoach passengers.
Yeah,
And Joe
they're-
Boot. In that case, I would say Death Brothers murdered the sheriff up in Jerome, and the meaner of him wears his star to mock the law.
Well, the
Oh.
one I was gonna take. Okay.
That's just downright murderous.
All
And
right.
also defund the police, so you know,
So
same
1,
thing.
2,
Hell
4,
yeah.
5, 6. So there's 6 left.
There ain't no
so we'll do-
bootlicking cowboys in here.
We'll do one more round, but just everybody pick one, and then we'll
Cool.
decide between the last 3 that are left.
I feel like I know which the last three.
I mean, maybe, but
I'm actually rooting for one of them. I
Me
will
too.
take Death Brothers come to Sunny Slope and shot Dr. Randolph down in cold blood because he couldn't save their sister. Also a death from syphilis.
Okay. All right. Then over to you, Steph.
I will. I'll take the weird one. If you guys have any immediate rejections, let us know. Let me know. The Death Brothers stole a baby named Claudia after claiming that she would one day destroy heaven and that they would raise her to love the devil. If this is the one that you really wanted, I would be okay with this too. But
Part of me kind of wanted it, but there is another that I have a special
surely
place in my heart
another.
for. There are two that I have a special place in my heart for.
Okay.
All right.
and
Well,
that was
what
third.
is one, Mitch, that you don't have a special place in your heart for?
Well, that would be the Death Brothers burned down a church in Oracle and forced everybody to light cigars on the flames and say that God was a lie and the devil rides the world.
Woo! We got rid of all the weird ones.
I definitely want to run this with a weird one.
100%.
100%. Yeah.
Please do
All right.
call me up for the one where we're
Yeah.
retrieving the 10 rings that were vomited up by Leviathan.
We'll see what we can do is another one shot later, and there's actually another outrage list, and I will only supply the weird options from
Hell
both.
yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. You have to let Ethan play because I told him, I was like, the one thing that you're missing is the one time we're doing Cowboys. He's like, damn it! You have to put fucking Clint Eastwood in post.
All right. So, I'll just.
So yeah, he's a Clint Eastwood fan, isn't he?
Yeah, his
I think
middle
that's
name
come up
is
before.
like after a Clint Eastwood character, I think.
All right.
His middle
so
name is the good, the bad, and the ugly.
That's it.
our three options left to choose from that you guys can decide amongst yourselves. The Death Brothers routinely mistreat a mongrel dog named Sally they have acquired. It is a surfeit of wickedness beyond any pale one might mention. The next is the Death Brothers took Shafe Glover's hat right off his head and rode out of town. Shafe can in no way retrieve it himself as he has no legs.
Oh my god, that's so fucking mean. Why would they do that?
And then the last one, the Death Brothers beat up a one-legged Union veteran named William Perry to death and then pissed on his corpse.
Okay.
So we left the most empathetic choices for last,
Yeah.
it looks like.
Yeah,
So,
clearly.
what was the last straw? Beating a dog, stealing a legless man's hat, or pissing on a veteran after they beat him to death?
I mean,
Those are some heavy straws.
the two that stuck out to me were the dog and the man with no legs.
The dog
stuck out
for
real hard to
is
me.
The dog to me is the real sticker outer. I just think it's a.
Sorry,
All right.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The only reason I wanted the guy with one leg is because my character is missing a foot. So my thought was we would meet once a year to go shoe shopping.
We're doing that one.
That's what we have to do. That's it.
Okay.
Just
So
gotta
you're
be
missing
it.
your left foot and he's missing his right leg?
I was gonna go right left, but it doesn't really matter.
Either
Oh
way.
my god, that's so
All right.
funny.
And mine's not leg. It's just I've got a wooden foot.
Just have a wooden foot. Amazing.
That's hilarious.
All right, so that's what we're going with?
Hell
Okay.
That's the
yeah.
last straw.
The last
That really is.
straw. Let me wait, stop. Thingy.
That is, one
I
might
can
say,
use-
one step too far.
Yay.
Boo.
Only one step, though, because, you know, it's only got one leg.
Right. It's classy.
We're all just hopping mad about that.
Oh boy.
Let's see if
You were
it does
gonna-
it right. Oh,
Guys.
wow.
While we're getting everything ready, let's not forget, we have partnered now with Wraith Energy, and you can use code PHN at checkout for 10% off.
You know who could use some Wraith energy?
These characters probably. Actually, no.
These
No.
characters.
Absolutely
They,
not.
for
That would
certain
kill
good.
us.
All right, now that we know what our outrage is, let's actually meet our what are they called? Chuckaboos?
Chuckaboo.
Yeah.
Chuckaboos. Let's
I
meet
never
our
heard that
Chuckaboo.
before. Is that a
I've
thing?
never heard
It's
of
apparently,
Neither.
according to Jason Morningstar, it is a thing. Chuckaboo.
We're all chuckaboos up in here.
Truly.
Truly. All right. Me.
Sure, and there ain't no better truth than that.
So let's start. We'll reverse it. As
That means Mitch has to go first.
All
the
right.
wise Missy Elliott once told us we should do.
Flip it
Um,
person.
So, am I reading
Yes.
out the italics part from my sheet? Is that what we're doing for the intros?
Yeah, I think
Well,
so.
if you want to, or if you have your own special twist you would like to.
I do not,
Tell
and I'm
us.
very happy to read this out because it got me good and proper.
All right.
Well, in that case, howdy y'all. My name is Mr. Winthrop. I do not have a first name. I sold it to buy my first gun. Also, Mitch did not have time to come up with a first name. But I suppose I enjoy commingling more than I enjoy living, because it was lust and lusty congress that got me in my current predicament. Cupid's disease, you know? In my day, I broke more hearts than I left intact up and down the trail, but that day is fair well over. I don't regret my enthusiastic conjugation, if we're being completely honest. I do, however, have tertiary syphilis that has entered my heart, and endocarditis being what it is, my aortic arch is collapsing like a Greek ruin. I practiced that so many times. My crim aorta causes me to be slow and generally enervated. On the plus side, though, I greatly enjoyed the getting of the syphilis in the first place. Was the last line of this that just took me out when I was reading it.
Oh my god.
On the plus side, I greatly enjoyed the getting of the syphilis. I do declare.
Do
Beautiful.
declare.
So what's Winthrop look like to you?
Winthrop, to me, given the description as well of his keepsake, to me, he's sort of just average height and very average looking, but he has long hair that's just kind of greased back. You don't know if it's necessarily like hair grease or just unwashed sweat. But it's the way that he puts himself together and he holds himself that attracts people to him rather than his actual aesthetics. I'm thinking just kind of Mitch length, black hair, so like just below the chin.
So it's you. You've made you.
No,
I'm
just the
kidding.
hair, just the hair. A little bit of a button nose, brown eyes, just a slight kind smile. Unlike me, who doesn't smile and hates everyone.
Accurate.
Checks out.
All right. Then it sounds like we are ready to hear from you, Steph. Tell us.
Awesome. All right. I'm playing Miss Becker. So I'm a Boston Jew, but when the open rain called to me, what could I do? This is really coming off so much more New York than I wanted to, but this is what we're going with. I left it all behind. The disease, the squalor, the prejudice, for a whole new world of disease and squalor and prejudice. All my education has notably failed to come in handy, and God has punished me for leaving home. Yep, nope, they're going full New York. That's fine. Boston by way of New York. I have tuberculosis that has infected my lungs and my heart, causing what the doctors call pericarditis, I think. Whatever, we'll go with it. My wicked cough
Oh, wicked.
is a signature of the consumption that has destroyed me. One, on the plus side, I am told that my rosy-cheeked good looks make my impending death very pleasant to look at.
All right. So what is that look that we're looking at that is pleasant?
Well, We are doing consumption chic. It's the wasting away, the ghostly skin, the nose, the lips, the sparkling eyes. Sparkling. Oh, God, I can't. I'm having a hard time even like doing this voice. It's so funny.
Your wicked cough and your sparkling
my
eyes.
wicked cough, my sparkling eyes. I'm fit. I'm wasting away like a ghost. Like it's the wicked. I'm not gonna do that. It's while others may use makeup to achieve this look, it's natural for me. So yeah. But I'm dying.
But I'm dying over here.
I'm dying over here.
I'm dying here.
That's it.
So for clams, right?
I'm very verklempt. Jay sent me a gift that said, please make it stop. Like, I don't think he likes my accent.
Oh.
I'm just, the complaints, the kvetching. It's too much for me.
Too much.
Anyway.
All right. So over to Mr. Maywood.
Yes. I'm playing Dalton Wilcox. I'm an old-timer prospector type, and I've got a wooden foot. You may notice that my cane has helped me get around as I'm quite stooped. I've got no hair on my head, but I do have some on the sides. It kind of goes out on a horizontal. The head of my cane is a saw, which I used when I was trapped for 128 hours, and I had to saw my foot off.
Jesus.
It's quite an ordeal. Oh, and I should say from my sheet here, I have tuberculosis in my swollen heart sac. I have a bloody cough that won't quit until I'm dead. I have fish. I have the flush of youth in my cheeks, but trust me, it's a false promise. This consumption will take me sooner or later, probably sooner. But it's been a good stretch of a trail, I suppose. Fly from evil kids. It says on this piece of paper.
I had just tacked on.
I love that 100. I love the 128 hours reference.
Yeah.
I had no idea at what point during that I should press the clip button, and I have pressed it like 7 times in a row, and the whistles just kept getting worse. A touch of consumption, the rosy cheeks.
Let me just say, in order to practice that, I recorded a podcast yesterday, and I did the whole podcast in the accent, but never mentioned it. Like,
Amazing.
no reference that I was doing.
Amazing.
So funny.
All right. All right. So there is another thing that I'm supposed to read, but it kind of got covered in your guys' introductions. If you're consumptive, like Becker Cox, right? That's who we have here. Yep. You have tuberculosis that have infected your lungs and heart, causing pericarditis, the swelling of the heart sac. And then, let's see. You look great on the way down. So you got that going for you.
Yeah.
And then, Winthrop, we know you're syphilitic. We know how you got that syphilis.
I'm the only one here with syphilis.
Yeah.
Good and proud.
And then there's also an option for you to be rheumatic, but none of you chose to have myocarditis. So.
I think that was the other person I was looking at had that.
So for our viewers at home, you may notice the name of the game is Cowboys with Big Hearts, and all of our cowboys have heart issues. You see how that ties together?
Literally.
Isn't that clever?
Our
Literally
hearts
big
are
hearts.
swollen.
So it's both physical and emotional. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go back to starting with Mr. Dalton. And the way this part works, we're entering Act 1. And Act 1, let me get my sheet up here. I don't need the outrage anymore. Part 1, we're gonna go search for them Death Brothers. We won't meet them face to face just yet, but you're gonna find signs, probably terrible signs of their passing and clues to their destination. You may meet their associates and employees that will probably want to kill us, or any other number of things that will propel the story forward. So I'm gonna clip the possible chapter titles, and it kind of makes sense with the outrage that we chose, that Dalton goes first. You're gonna pick one of these titles, and then Steph and Mitch are gonna start building the scene for you. And you can make suggestions too, but mostly it's them building this out for you, and then you're gonna interact with it. They're gonna play other people in it. They can have their characters there off to the side, but the point of the exercise is you are in the spotlight.
Right.
It could be you're just now finding out about your buddy. Who knows? But the choices are a hand in a velvet box, train ride to nowhere, diamond clack, down in the holler, worse luck, city lights, rolling stock, or poor sad death.
I think poor sad death jumped out at me.
All right, I will mark poor sad death off.
You should poor sad death.
All right, so Mitch and Steph, where is Dalton? What is happening? Let's start simple. What's the name of the town you guys are in? We know it's in Sunny Slope, Arizona, in the little tent city, but there's little towns around it. You don't have to necessarily be in the little tent city. You could be.
I think I'm gonna defer to Steph for American town names.
How dare you?
You're gonna get like Sherwood Forest and stuff.
Yeah.
We are in the Kingdom of Dura.
Shut the fuck up. I made a Wild West town generator. Okay, bitch, let's go.
Yeah.
Generate. I need a name, I don't need a mode of transportation. Oh my god, it has businesses. No, this is not what I needed. I did not. Well, fantasy name generators never doing me wrong with great town names like Brokenberg. We're not gonna go with that. We're gonna go with Coyote's Howl, because that sounds like a town name for sure.
All right.
Love that.
All right, so you're riding into Coyote's Howl together, and Dalton has to break off so he can have a scene. But maybe what would Dalton do upon first arriving in a town? Let's start with that.
Probably your classic, which it tracks across D&D and the Old West. You go to the saloon.
All right, so maybe
Need
he's
info?
on his way to meet with William Perry. Maybe you don't know he's dead yet.
Yeah, okay.
It's time for that. All right. So Mitch, what's the name of this tavern?
The name
Wild
of
West
this
Saloon.
tavern is the Dusty Lizard.
There we go. Wait a minute, I feel like I've heard this name before.
Have you?
No.
All
Just
right.
trying to see if it was something from.
Every tavern name that people come up with for anything like this or D&D games is just the adjective, object, place, person, or thing.
Yep.
It's true.
That's just what we humans like to do.
Hell
All
yeah.
right. All right. Well, let's say it's getting on to the evening. You guys, as you're riding into town, the sun is setting behind you. The cactuses are casting long shadows on the ground. God, my brain just went flat. I love that for me.
I was like, are you okay?
It really just went boop.
Error
Anyway.
messages.
Yeah. I got a 404 when I was trying to pull up a word. What is
I
happening?
thought I sent us I was gonna say a Slack. I sent something in Discord at the same time, and I was like, don't be distracted. Oh my god.
I'll just slack it to you, Steph. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Slack
So
to
there's
workshop.
there's horses tied up outside the Dusty Lizard. You guys, so you ride in, hop off your horses,
He
Probably
you know,
old, decrepit horses that you've had forever.
hops off and cracks his back, and it sort of echoes throughout the street because it's a very loud back crack. Oh, shucks. That was quite a ride.
That it was.
All right, well, we're here to meet my friend. What was his name again? Rusty Shackleford? No, it was a Dusty Lizard. My
That's
good
the
friend,
tavern. Oh God.
Billiam. Our friends call him Billiam. Billiam Carey.
What a name.
I haven't seen him in nigh on 70, 60, 30 hours. Good to see him again.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it coming up to shoe shopping time? Is that why you're here looking for him?
Yeah, we gotta decide which store we're gonna visit.
More economical that way, right?
It is, and
Right.
I gotta talk him into getting some shiny shoes this year, cause
Oh, I like that.
cowboy boots. But what if I want to go dancing?
That is a good idea.
I do find when I'm dancing, I end up just turning in circles, though.
Is that because of the one?
It's because of the wooden foot.
Yeah, I thought so. That's okay though, as long as you're having fun.
It's fun because my wife just came in the door, and now she's hearing me do the voice for the first time.
Becker just looks around and she's like,
And now she's laughing at me for some reason. I can't quite tell why.
If you've ever line danced next to him, it's a nightmare.
well, I think he's hallucinating.
Hey, did I ever tell you guys about my wife, Epona? Oh, she was such a beautiful.
Almost
Beautiful
spit Diet
creature.
Coke out.
I remember when my friend Flicker introduced us. Oh, it's quite a time.
Oh my god,
Oh.
I'm fucking dying. I can't do it.
It's taken 42 minutes and Maywood already has me crying.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
Ugh.
Anyway, shall we inside?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you guys walk into the Dusty Lizard, and it has the classic saloon doors that swing several times after you walk through them. And there's a piano being played off to the side. Not very well. This is the Wild West, and the Dusty Lizard can't afford a high-class pianist, but they're trying, and it's lively. It's not real busy just yet. There's probably a mine not too far from this location, and the fellows from the mines just haven't made their way into town yet. It's usually right after dark is when they really start turning up. There is a bartender behind the bar. Of course, he is cleaning a mug with a dirty, what was probably at one time a white rag. He sets down that mug, he picks up another mug. It's just the two mugs, and he goes back and forth between them as he looks over the tavern. He upward nods at you as you walk in. He recognizes Cox from the annual trips in to see William, and you see a instead of the usual, you wouldn't call it a gleeful or very friendly looking expression of greeting, but instead of the usual stoic but familiar expression, you get almost like a twinge of sadness or discomfort maybe from this bartender. And I don't know, Mitch or Steph, who wants to be the bartender?
If Steph
But
doesn't mind,
I'll
I'm
do it.
happy to do it.
okay, you're fine. Go ahead, please.
Sorry, I was opening a bag of mango in the background, which is why I didn't immediately.
How dare you? I didn't know. I felt like a kid in the class where it's like, who wants to answer this question? And it's just like the two people look at each other. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Mitch.
Okay. So he's heading over to the bar, or is this just as he's walking in?
Well, so far he's just looked at you guys.
I
walking
see.
in.
Yeah, he's gonna head over to. Greetings, name I totally remember. I'm very good with names.
As am I, right on the spot. Clifford.
Nice to meet you. Good to see you again. Cliffy, is it?
Sure. You know me well enough. It's Cliffy.
Cliffy.
Clippy, like the clip.
It looks like someone's trying to make a western.
Howdy there. I would pardon my regular enthusiasm. I'm afraid you come to us at a harder time than most.
Oh, shucks. What seems to be the problem?
Well, for a start, my webpage of cowboy vocabulary that I was sent is currently stuck on A, so I can only communicate in words beginning with A.
Oh my god.
Ah, I see.
But as you can see right now, this here tavern is all beer and skittles, which I'm led to believe means unpleasant, comma, not so happy.
Skittles.
That's the
Really?
bar that I want to go to, honestly. Bear
Well,
potatoes.
Just the current vibe at the moment.
You
see,
know what? As soon as I walked in, I could sort of, taste the rainbow a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't feel very
I
nice,
hate this
does it?
game so much. Oh my god.
What seems to be the problem, Cliffy?
it's your regular appointment with Mr. Perry.
Ah, my shoe friend.
The Death Brothers came into town not so long ago, and I'm afraid they
Don't be afraid. I'm right here.
they done killed him.
They done killed him. Shuffle and succotash.
They done killed him all to pieces, which this here
All to
webpage
pieces.
says completely, comma, absolutely.
Oh, shit.
Just imagine that you have like a freaking like iPad underneath your.
They rode on into town and they weren't too happy with the way he hops around. You know how it is.
No.
They didn't take too kindly to it, and they beat him to death and pissed on his corpse.
Well, that
Or
seems
so I'm led to
like
believe
overkill.
by this here game.
Yeah. Let's say Mitch did not make the pissing on corpse up. That was part of the game.
That was hard. If you're just joining us, Mitch did not make that up.
It is baked in. The
Yes,
pissing.
pissing on the
baked in.
corpse.
Just
Well, shit.
there was
This. Oh, see.
sorry.
What was that? I was gonna say this is double the price of my shoes. What am I gonna do? I'm on a fixed income.
Oh, bless him.
Bless.
Which way did they go? We should go after them.
All right.
Oh, you
so
know what?
we'll-
We should go after them and cut off a number of feet. That would mean that I could hook up with one of these guys and meet
Wait,
them
are
once
you
a
trying?
year.
Are you
Okay.
trying to say that you want to buy shoes with one of the Death Brothers?
I mean, if all of them were missing, how many Death Brothers are there?
I don't know. You tell me.
At least two. 'Cause that.
Okay, so if there's two, we cut off one of the feet.
What if there are
All
four?
All right.
If there's
Well,
three, we
let's-
cut off two of the feet.
let's pause
Or
right
is it
there.
three? Yes.
So for
He's
each,
counting feet.
yeah. So while he's counting, well above the table. So for each one of these scenes, we need to come up with a knot, and a knot is a challenge or a complication that you need to engage with and overcome. So it sounds like Dalton's complication right now is he's trying to find out who did it and where they went.
Yeah.
So what makes that difficult?
Oh,
Do you,
I
do you,
I thought Dalton's complication here was that he no longer has someone to share.
well, that's
shoes
like
with.
that's
That's
like
like
a
a
life.
background.
Yeah.
That's like the big picture.
Yeah, that's like at the end, Maybe if you guys kill the Death Brothers, he'll get a bunch of really nice shoes, and that'll
That's
solve that.
true.
Maybe the complication is they're smarter than we give them credit for. When they're escaping, they split up, so people don't actually necessarily know where they're riding off to.
All right, so
Yeah.
maybe the complication is figuring that out. Like you,
Yeah. Seeing
Or
if
that
like anyone's
they're-
seen them reconvene, or if we can maybe find some traps
Yeah.
or something. I don't know.
Or there's like a
Alright.
mysterious number of Death Brothers because we seem to not really know how many there could be.
Always two
Yeah.
there are.
yeah.
No,
A master and an apprentice.
at least two, but upwards of so many.
All right, so I think the way to go to keep this moving forward is that the bartender knows how many of the brothers came into town,
5.
knows that it was the Death Brothers, but has been threatened with bodily harm and harm to the town if he lets any information slip about which way the brothers may have gone. So your challenge is going to be to get that information from the bartender, who knows all of the things as bartenders do.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Cliffy, you've done me a great kindness here today, just in terms of telling me about my good friend William Perry. And I thank you for that, but I do need to know which way these brothers went. Please, help an old-timer out. An old-timer. Look at me. I got 1 foot, it's made of wood.
So, how does this sort of thing work then? If we're
So,
also, because obviously we want to just say yes because we're also the
Right.
players.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use your keepsake to succeed. You can use
I could
something from
die.
him. You could die right now
Let's die.
and go spend time with your wife.
I got 1 foot in the grave. Dies.
It was the one I had left.
All right.
I think if you're kind of playing up the old guy with the injuries, it might be fun to use something from your medicine bag to maybe try to like induce sympathy somehow by taking something and just see how it goes. Or 'cause we
All right,
have
let me just look at my medicine bag. Yeah, so how do these work? Got laudanum. Tails means confusion, clumsiness. Okay. Heads means anxiety. Wait, are those two bad things? So if I take some laudanum, for example, a tincture of opium and alcohol. Sounds delicious. It's like Sizzrip.
Yeah.
Relaxation, highly addictive. I am addicted and I can't live without it. Oh, consumptive. So I take this, I flip a coin. Tails means drowsiness and confusion, clumsiness and inattention. The lure of a final sleep is tempting. And heads means anxiety washed away. Oh, washed away. I just read anxiety. Washed away on a strange, joyful tide into a sea of peace.
Okay.
All right, so he's gonna look Cliffy square in the eye, and as he's doing so, I'll tell you what. Why don't we just have a little scissor up here? I'm gonna pour some of my delicious
God.
laudanum in your drink here, and we'll pour one out for our friend William Perry. And if you drinking this don't want to tell me which way the Death Brothers has gone, I will understand. I will be devastated and unconsolable, but I will understand.
If we could also pour one out, another one. I recently lost my cat. His name is Kickflip.
As soon as you said,
Yeah. Always
go.
pour one out for kickflip.
you gotta pour one out for Kickflip. Yeah,
Lightheaded.
I'm not a monster.
So, if he and the bartender are both drinking this, are we both flipping a coin?
You just die.
No, I think we'll just flip the one.
He's also
Coin,
just
and
walked
then-
in and gone, here, have some of my drugs.
Here, have some opium.
Yeah, but it's the Wild West, so that's probably not
Yeah,
super
You're probably
uncommon.
into it too.
probably not.
Yeah, he's like, oh, cool. I don't have to dip into my own stash.
Because right now, those Death Brothers got me right in the feared.
But I like that you're using the medicine
To wash away his anxiety.
Yeah.
Was the thought.
Hopefully.
yeah, to interact with the other character. I like that.
Maybe if I'm calm, he'll be calm. Okay,
Yeah.
so I need a head. I'm just gonna roll a d2 and say 2 is heads. Hey! Look at me. All right, so yeah, he's just sort of, oh yeah, he's a spot, all right. You know what? Maybe it's not such a bad thing after all. He was getting old, and I will admit his taste in shoes left a little to be desired. On second thought, I need revenge. Tell me where he went, or I will shoot you in the face. But like calmly.
Well, I feel like my anxiety is all done and washed away now.
So much better.
But is replaced with brand new anxieties.
Absolutely. Look, I suppose if you were to track them down and kill them all, then that'd be really saving my bacon, because then they obviously could not come back and hurt me. And also, my big old book of cowboy words is now switched over to B. So I know that bad medicine is all going to be dealt with, which is bad news.
Love it.
Because right now I am in a bad box, which is to be in a bad predicament. There's a lot of B words that are appropriate to this current situation. I'm starting to see me as a bar dog over here. That there is a bartender.
Oh my god, you sound insane.
It's the opium. They went northwest up to Wolf's Gorge. 5 of them.
Gosh, all right.
Wolf's Gorge.
And they took his other leg with them, damn it.
Oh.
So I think it's also reasonable that our bartender Cliffy here also works as a part-time tour guide.
Absolutely. Takes off the
Gotta make
cowboy hat,
money.
puts on the tour guide hat.
Now this is cowboy.
Oh lord, lordy, lordy, lordy,
So where
lordy.
was
lordy.
it? A lick and a promise. All right. So we have successfully navigated one of our scenes.
You did that.
Yeah, you did it. You solved the tavern puzzle.
And apparently the bartender was having an aneurysm the entire time.
We love it, and my cat's yelling at me. So Dalton gets informs Becker and Winthrop what's up. Shoe shopping is not going to be happening in the foreseeable future. Everyone is devastated. And then we will move on to maybe the scene closes with shoulder pats and taking shots of drinks.
Oh, maybe.
Then Stephanie,
Hi. Okay, it's my turn.
it is your turn.
I think fitting with my character and from what from what the sheet said and from the description, worse luck is kind of where she's at. Mitch, don't send me any more messages.
Stop. Hey, we only have 2 hours
This is true.
or something.
Yeah, worse luck.
I was tempted by that one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought you were gonna choose down in the holler just 'cause it sounded like a prospecty thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I also like hand in the velvet box, almost picked that.
that
But
one's
worse
fun.
luck.
All right. So you leave the tavern. You're gonna head out into the streets. Maybe what do you think the goal here should be, Mitch and Maywood? What's Becker's highlight moment gonna be?
What are your thoughts, Maywood?
Maybe if we know roughly how far away this place is, the next steps could be provisioning for the journey, or even the journey itself. If that makes more sense. Or maybe both. Hey,
Yeah.
2 and 1.
We do 2 and 1.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Of course, they're sold out of everything because of your worse luck.
Yeah. So
Oh my god.
you, Becker
As usual.
strides across the dirt road that runs through the center of town, and this one street, 12-horse town, to the mercantile, and literally just as her boots hit that wooden porch with the hard clacking, her hand raises to knock on the door, and they flip the sign around to closed.
Oh, come on. You can't close right in front of me. I'm right here. You saw me coming down the road.
No, that's
Can't
just
you-
from
that's-
bad luck to worse luck.
That's
Hey.
not. Shut up. No, I like knock on the door. Can I see like the merchant in there? Because I'm like knocking on the door. I'm like, come on, you can't go to lunch right now. I really need. I just got to get a couple of things.
All right. So Maywood, do you want to?
Ma'am, we're actually closing up shop.
Right, I get that. I just need a couple of things before I head out.
just a couple of things, isn't it,
Yeah.
ma'am?
Yeah, it is, because you know you got to get some things. Can you just open the door, or are you just gonna like? You're not gonna do it.
If I open it for you, I'll have to open it for everyone, won't
There's
I?
no one else here.
And then I'll never get home to my lovely husband, Jerome.
Don't you live upstairs? Like, what's happening? Like,
I do,
Look-
but it's a long flight.
long flight of stairs. Listen, I could carry you up the stairs, okay? Like,
Deal,
I'll make
come on
it-
in.
Oh,
Did I mention that they're 300 pounds?
no, I cannot carry you. If you had said no, I was gonna take out my keeps. I was gonna be like, all right, fine. We might have to still do that. Fine. Okay. Like, this is like a waif of a woman who's like, I can carry you up the stairs. All right. She like pushes open the door and is like, great. So I just need a couple of things. I gotta go hunt down these wicked. Park the car. Park the horse.
Yeah.
And I gotta go get these wicked death brothers. Right. Okay. I just need a few things. Like I don't know, some provisions and like maybe some rope and some bullets and
I've got string and rocks. Will that do?
that will not do. What do you don't have any?
The rope shipment is due tomorrow.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, you can see like the shelves are pretty empty, and there's actually like little rings of dust where things have been purchased, but they haven't been like wiped off yet.
Everything's
So-
been sold? Like you just
No, I have some things left. Yes.
rock and string. That's not gonna work for me.
Provisions, I have moldy bread. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Water? Would you like a water?
I got water. Like
Water?
water.
Water.
I got water. Like, okay.
All
Just-
right. Well, tell me where you're headed, and maybe I can help you out.
Where are we headed again? We're going from Coyote's House to what was the place?
Wolf's Gorge.
We're
Mitch,
going
is
to-
there anything you want to add to the scene while it's in progress?
I'm just enjoying watching it for now.
The struggle.
Okay.
Mitch is enjoying the struggle. Yeah, I'm going to Wolf's Gorge. I'm looking.
All right. Well, let me give you this wolf repellent, and that'll help.
I don't need wolf repellent. I'm
Well, it's
looking
full,
for.
it's, the
Listen,
village full of wolves. I'm pretty sure.
listen. Don't make me cough on you, okay? Do you want to get consumption? I have tuberculosis. Okay, I will give it to you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I hear it's good for dieting, and maybe I could stay and lose a pound or two.
It's great. Look at me. Look at how glowing I am.
I'll tell you what, you cough on me a bunch and you can take some provisions.
All right. I'm gonna cough on him a bunch.
All right, so that sounds like another medicine.
Yeah. Yes. Oh God.
All right, so let's see. You've got the laudanum also.
I have the Inca Peru bark. I might use that. It means fever, abdominal controlled. Okay, I want.
You could also use the Indian root pills that don't actually seem to do anything. But
Yeah, but I could shit myself, which would be really funny.
yeah, whatever you want to do.
Oh my God. All right. Okay, but we're talking about good provisions, right? Because I don't want to cough on you if you're just gonna give me moldy bread.
Oh yeah, the best that I have.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna use the Indian root pills because that's funny. How do I flip a coin in this?
I just rolled a D2 with the old Avray there.
I don't
Yeah.
know how to use the Avray.
Here, I'll
Thanks.
type it.
I know Lindsay knows.
Lindsay and I are Avray experts, basically.
Basically, more or less.
All right.
I'm on a D&D server that doesn't use Avray. They just use like a flat dice roller, and I'm like, everything's just so hard to do. I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh. I have to remember like 18 rolls. I'm like,
Well, in
Anyway.
keeping with the
Bad luck.
the bad luck of this, Tails.
the rest of the server's fine. I just don't
Yeah.
like the bot.
I'm assuming one is Tails, two is heads. Tails
That's what
means
I
a
had.
miraculous recovery before I collapse. I have been rescued by a pill before I soil myself and vomit. And science cures all, then I go blind for a while. So I will I will take these pills and I will begin to cough on him and feel, oh, I'm feeling it. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. And then I just like throw up also.
Get all the germs.
All of it, and I'm like, it's fine. I'm good. This is all part of it.
I mean, in terms of weight loss, it seems like
It's
it would
great.
probably work.
Right? Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm not feeling. You can just get the provision. Can you give him to
Yep.
this guy? I'm gonna point to Mitch's character,
Winthrop.
Winthrop. Can you help? Can you? Okay.
Yeah, I'll loan them up.
And then I pass out and also go
Y'all got
blind.
a broom or anything so we can just get that pile of vomit out of the way before I step on over to you?
Oh yeah, I get out of the vomit before I pass out. I at least have to do that.
Yeah,
I have
don't
to
worry,
have-
Jerome will get that.
There's probably like a bucket of sawdust that can be like
Yeah.
quickly dumped on top of it. This is a
Almighty.
mercantile shop. So it's basically a Walmart.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
Yeah.
But this is
Swindy.
man, this is a Wendy's throws up. So I collapse. I'm assuming I get back up, but I am blind.
Yeah.
Oh god, I cannot see.
You do have the worst luck.
I do.
Oh.
It's okay.
I'm gonna say while they're gathering supplies, you head back outside and they're like
Oh, that
feeling
takes a
around
while.
for your horse, and you touch the wrong horse.
Oh no! Oh god! Oh my god! I gotta get out of this town.
Like as soon as you touch this horse, this is not your horse. You know what your horse feels.
Sorry. I'm like, I did not mean to touch you.
A woman gasps and faints.
I'm sorry.
Down the street.
No, oh my god.
It's too much. It's very
No,
scandalous.
Oh, god.
As we're both coming out, it's not her fault, she can't see.
I can't see anything. I'm not from here. I didn't know if
Alright.
the accent was a giveaway or not, but I'm not from these parts.
All right, so we've got information about the murder, which way to go, supplies to get there, probably a little more clarity on where you're going, possibly.
Yeah.
So, Mitch, it is now your turn, good friend.
It is my turn.
It is your turn to pick a title for this chapter.
And I will be picking down in the holler, of course, being either as close to Wolf Gorge as possible, or Wolf Gorge itself. Why did I find that so hard to
Those are hard
Say that.
in Southern
Yeah.
accent, I have found.
Yeah,
From Chester.
certain words are debilitating.
All right. So what kind of knot are we looking for in this scene?
Oh, this is
Um,
like the travel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're trying to get down in the holler.
we are indeed
Which-
trying to get down in the holler.
Down, down,
Which
down.
Winthrop has mentioned several times he's good at doing, but nah.
Good Lord, Lindsay. Oh my.
I am fantastic at getting down in the holler if the holler is, of course, a euphemism.
But yeah, so what's you're gonna get waylaid? Is there a reason maybe it's called Wolf's Gorge? Maybe there really are going to be
I feel like the
wolves
wolf
around,
repellent
or-
may have been a good thing to pick up because I think maybe there are wolves and maybe that their wolf repellent is a little bit of snake oil. Where we're trying to get rid of the wolves and maybe it's now attracting them.
Yeah, maybe.
I do have the worst luck.
So you guys are got your stuff. You're heading generally southwest because we know they're heading towards Mexico. So you've got to. You could go north. That'd be silly. Why would you go north? Unless you were already. So anyway.
So this is Mitch's chapter now. I mean Winthrop's chapter.
Yeah, this
It
is Winthrop's
indeed.
chapter. So as you're trucking along through the desert, kicking up sand behind your horses, tumbleweeds blowing in the evening air, which was the word that my brain flatlined on me earlier for. You hear the howls of wolves in the distance. They're actually answered by some coyote howls, but those howls move away because coyotes ain't gonna fuck with some wolves. That's bad times, but they will eat the leavings. So if the wolves kill you, rest at ease. The coyotes will come eat your remains. So yeah, you
good to
hear
know.
all this howling. Another thing to keep in mind is that could actually alert the people that you were chasing down that there is someone on their tail. So you've got to deal with this situation as
true.
quickly as possible. And Winthrop, as the lead in this scene, it's gonna really come down to whatever brainchild you come up with. But just pass it over to Steph as to what's happening.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Well, I do think, as Mitch said, the wolf repellent that we got, oops, it's actually kind of like attracting wolves for some reason. I don't think they're like attacking us necessarily yet, but they are following us, like. And it's becoming more evident that they are looking at us and seeing food and our horses especially. So I think I think that that's what's happening. More and more wolves are joining up with this pack.
This is another
Thanks.
fine mess you've gotten us into, Becker.
I didn't get it. Almost went Irish there for a second. Oh, Lord.
Blazing
Uh,
lines.
I fear I saw a dire wolf among the pack there. It was
I can't
huge.
see anything. So if
Oh, you're
there's a
lucky.
problem,
Now,
Yeah,
those
I'm still a
dire
little
wolves
blocked.
are a myth. They don't exist.
Hmm.
They're
Okay.
just to scare old prospectors like yourself.
Yeah.
That said, does anybody have any meat on them? Because they're eyeing up my horse.
are they eyeing up all of our horses? Like, what's happening? I can't.
Horses?
Yeah, it could be. And remember, you guys
This
can
action
add to
is
the scene, so there can be elements that I haven't mentioned. You can. I'm carousing or corralling.
I'm
You guys
scrolling through my list of cowboy words just so I can
Oh my gosh.
throw some
That's
appropriate
important.
lingo in, because I would quite like
Uh,
to get past these wolves without too much of a brush, which says here is a skirmish or a fight.
Oh.
This
I have a
is so
thought if
big.
Lindsay or Steph, you want to do a crazy woman raised by wolves with a wolf headdress running with the pack.
Sure.
As an idea.
Lindsay, would you want? I can if you don't want to. I'm happy to do.
Yeah, you take it away. I'm here to facilitate. So
Yeah, there's a thank you, Maywood. My brain is not 100% on the thinking track yet. Crazy woman running with the wolves, howling the whole time.
my only request is to not use weird, stereotypical Wild West Native American accent.
Oh no, I was not going to do an accent at all.
She's
Okay,
actually raised by
perfect.
birds, because that's the thing birds do.
Yeah. I just wanted to throw that out there.
I just thought she was like,
She's
got
also
more,
from Boston.
Yeah.
I got more like bog witch versus anything else.
Yeah.
That's where
I
like
was
my
like,
brain.
I'd like druid-y kind of in my head.
Yeah.
I mean, given Winthrop's predisposition, if there is a crazy wolf lady running along with the wolves, he'd probably be like, no, well, hold up a second there, friends. I have just spotted something that I very much may be able to deal with.
He's eyeing your horse too, like she's gonna eat it. She
And
just
I'll-
has like claws though, like
Slow
Wolf
down
over-
a bit and just kind of swing over the horse and be like, howdy there, ma'am.
I don't know,
My,
I'm a
what
cat.
lovely big teeth you have.
What are you? Give me your horse.
Usually they buy me a drink before they ask for that.
What is this drink and what is buying? I have never heard of these things.
Well, a drink I can certainly help you with if you're looking to partake.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you are selling me or.
Well, from the
I want
looks of you, I'm presuming it's, when you've just killed somebody and you're lapping up their blood. It's sort of like that, but with a little more
Yes.
alcohol in mind.
Yes, I'm a frequent lapper of blood.
Your English is sort of a hit and miss, isn't it?
It really is. It's all over the place.
This is certainly an interesting one, and it's not how I saw it playing out. Well, if we're
Mitch is
using
like,
things
I'm gonna
like...
seduce a sexy wolf lady.
It's
I
purely
was like,
because
"Not
of
today."
what Winthrop has on his
Yeah.
sheet, and it's hilarious.
So,
If we're
that
using
makes
either the
sense.
keepsake or the medicine stuff to
Yes.
unravel
Oh,
these knots,
Yes.
I feel like from the looks of things,
I'm
I
the
have
biggest knot.
different medicines to everyone else. So I might as well mention
Yes,
mine, because
because-
everyone else has mentioned theirs so far.
Yes.
So I do have a kickapoo blood renovator.
What?
The Kickapoo Blood Renovator. Each
What?
tablespoon contains about 1 gram of the best Peruvian coca leaves, along with mineral oil, turpentine, and grain alcohol. A wonderful pick-me-up
Wow.
to which I am addicted. So
Wow.
tails on that means my heart nearly explodes. Paranoia, difficulty breathing, burning fever, pounding heart, and anxiety. So just a daily day in my life. Heads means a palliative delight as God-given vim is restored. A burst of invigorating energy floods me with purpose. I also have white lily foxglove digitalis. I don't know what the digitalis. Digitalis. I don't know what this word is. It's certainly a word I've not come across before. I'm going with a hard G on it though, so it's derived from the foxglove plant. Digitalis increases heart contraction and regulates rhythm. So tails means my heart's near to bursting, vomiting, uncontrolled bowels, join curiously yellowed blurry vision. Heads is instant relief, tickle both strong, steady and strong, organ pounding like a steam engine. And finally, I have Friedrich Bayer's salicin, which is extracted from willow bark, a well-known anti-inflammatory and pain reliever. It's good medicine, thins the blood, makes things flow, cuts the pain and swelling, You need to gobble it by the spoonful, but who's counting? Tails is hallucination and seizures, difficulty breathing, confusion, elevated temperature, lethargy, and stomach pain. And Heads is blood thinned, roaring with health, a sweet reprieve from pain, strong medicine working wonders. So I'm tempted to offer her some Kickapoo blood renovator to sup on with me.
She's like,
For I am
"Blood,
addicted."
yes." I would like some blood. All right.
Now, ma'am, this here is the Kickapoo blood renovator. Why do I keep saying Kickapoo? Now, I can either flip my beautiful Call of Cthulhu coin here, or I can do it in Avery. Which would you prefer, Lindsay?
Just use the coin. That's
Flip
fine.
it. Flip
I
the
trust
coin.
you.
Woo! I'll say, I think I usually say the Elder sign is Heads, because it's a Cthulhu coin. And Heads is safe. So, it's Octopus, so that's Tails. My heart nearly explodes. Paranoia, difficulty
Oh my
breathing,
God.
burning fever, pounding heart, and anxiety.
At least I
It's
had
got
good luck.
quite the kick to it.
Jesus.
Are you okay?
Oh no, what's going on? You okay?
Just
So
like,
she took it too, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think what happens is this is actually one of the ones that isn't going to succeed. And you guys are going to get chased by this wolf pack with this woman on all fours on into the gulch, making all
just
kinds of
staggers back
racket.
against the horse and just slides down the bank.
So is this one of those things where it did bad for Mitch, but for me, I'm invigorated and I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
blood!
you've got the high of the hunt on, you know, like you're,
Uh-oh.
and like the wolves are vibing off of you. And
I'm ready, wolf brethren. Let us attack these little weirdos.
Dalton, this is the end.
all right, so the scene's gonna end with you guys racing into the darkness with these wolves hot on your tail. And we'll take a quick bathroom break right now,
Yes.
and then we'll hop into the second act.
Oh,
Excellent.
it's so great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Whew. That was interesting. Let's go for a break. We'll see you shortly. Goodbye. And we're back. Howdy.
Howdy.
With our adequately labeled cowboy hats in tow.
Mm-hmm.
That is how it be. All right, so we have made our way into the desert. We're running from wolves. The party splits up to try to shake the wolves. The night carries on. It gets darker. The sky, there's no light pollution, so it's beautiful. It's a clear night. The stars and the moon are enough to light your way as you race towards Wolf's Gorge, running from wolves. You do end up shaking them. Your horses get just scared enough to outrun them. But you do split up so that you can both get away from the wolves and try to surround this little bandit camp that is nestled into Wolf's Gorge. And we'll start with Dalton. Here are the chapter titles. Got Florence Thurwelp, Rabid Dogs of Broadway, With This Ring, Slaves to the Needle, Hard Steam, The Temple of Mirth, Tenement Gunfight, or Worse Blood.
I think Temple of Mirth. I like the sounds of that.
Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah, right? You know what? I think, well, maybe that is, it's almost a parody of a sign that is put outside this ring of lights that's by the campfire, and it says the Temple of Mirth, and the bandits are all sitting around this fire and laughing, and there's a little tent off to the side where this poor little old woman is slaving away making food. They throw stuff at her and they laugh at her, and Dalton, even in the night with your old man vision, you recognize maybe not the woman's face, but the smell of the meal that she is cooking. And this is Perry's wife. They have drug her out here and are making her cook and clean and do shit for him. She is being held captive, your legless friend's wife.
First he's patting his horse to comment. Oh, easy there, Shadowfax. Just take it easy. The wolves are gone now. You'll be all right. And then he sees and smells his beloved friend's wife. Oh, Billy. I just heard about Billiam. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. What are you doing here with these gentlemen? Question mark.
All right, mention Steph. How do these hardened Death Brother posse fellas react?
Who the fuck are you?
Nice, that's what I was going for.
So I guess we can now clarify, are the Death Brothers actual brothers, or is that the name of this gang?
Ooh.
Or both?
Ooh.
Are some of them actual brothers, but they're also a gang?
I feel like both.
I feel like both, yeah.
Like it
there's some,
started with some brothers and then they expanded the franchise.
It's
Okay.
yeah. Some are
So-
blood brothers and some are
Step.
brothers forged in blood.
Okay. So there's like Death Brothers and Death
sisters.
Bros. And
Yeah.
sisters. Yes, there's definitely some, you do
There's
notice some
death
female,
sisters.
female presenting bandits down here also.
Banditas,
Banditas.
perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
We are Death Incorporated now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Death Incorporated.
I guess being addressed in a very not nice manner. Oh, you have any respect for your elders? It would do you well in the long run because we've been around for a long time, haven't we?
Are you speaking in like the royal we? Like what's happening?
Yes, because I am royalty. Bow down before me, for I am Dalton Wilcox, Esquire.
All right. What did you say her name was? Was it Billy?
Billy.
What?
Yeah, her name is Billy and his name is William.
I gotcha. I love it. What a cute couple. Yeah, Billy. She's a little overweight for her frame, but not terribly so. And she's shorter, but she's just trembling, and she just looks so scared. Her eyes are watering. She just kind of mumbling to herself, and she's holding a kettle, not sure what to do, because she was about to make some coffee for these fellas.
Baby.
Mm-hmm. Precious.
Billy, why don't you come with me and leave these ragamuffins behind?
No. No. Sorry.
Have you considered
Continue.
yes?
Yes, sir. That there's our property.
Ooh,
No, we're not saying that anymore. We've kidnapped her.
Oh, right. My bad. So
You
I
can't-
get it all mixed up.
It's fine.
well, what
This
could
is
I-
our captive.
All right, well,
She's our captain.
No. So close.
She's
Our captive.
She's our
captive.
Captive.
Cactus. Yeah.
She's your cactus.
This is
All
our
right.
cactus.
All right. So while this is happening, one of the fellas at the fire gets up and moves on to maybe to go inform someone, maybe to join someone else's scene. We don't know yet, but they leave. So you're left with, we'll say there's conveniently 2 people that you're having to deal with besides Billy.
Just 2 of us now. We gonna fuck you up.
Just the 2 of us.
You can.
Why am I
Uh,
messing on my vocal
Mi-
cords?
Mr. Sir, to address you properly, as you were saying, I'm afraid I'm not much for respecting authority, so I'm gonna need you to take your hands off her before I stick this here knife up your rump.
Yeah. We've chosen to become ungovernable.
We threw a whole bunch of tea in the river, so
Yeah.
we're real sticking it to the
Sovereign
man.
citizens of the desert.
Yeah. I'm sorry, this isn't a motor vehicle. This is just a moving thing of steel. I don't know what they fucking say. Jesus Christ, it's sovereign citizens.
All right.
Well, perhaps there's a way we could part amicably. Me with my good friend's wives here, Billy's, and you with your lives.
Got any money?
Wow, I can't believe you just gave it up so quick like that.
I'm not saying we'll give her to him. I just want to know how much money he's got on him. We could always just take it off his corpse.
Okay, yeah, so first of all, do you have any money? Second of all,
I mean, I have money, yes, but
Got
I
any
don't
of them
know if
healing
it's-
potions?
all right, listen. All right, it's just popping the knuckles. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to beat the crap out of you. As interesting as this conversation is, I don't want you to just give me the money. I just want to kill you. So, or just take the money off of your corpse. Billy,
That wooden
man,
foot.
What? Your foot's made of wood? That's an unfair advantage.
Oh, you'd think so, wouldn't you? But it's very light. I'm light on my foot, you see.
No, I meant like it's unfair because you have an attached weapon.
Oh yeah, there's that. Perhaps if I were to show you this, and he's gonna reach into his pockets and pull out.
If I were to
his
show you
keepsake,
these.
Oh, his keepsake. Let's see. What do we got?
which he pulls it out, and it's a necklace with like a horse-shaped pendant locket that can sort of open and close, and it's got a chain on it. But you'll notice the chain is really quite long. Like long enough that it would sit comfortably on, say, a horse.
Oh my god.
This was my wife's pendant, and although I do not wish to part with it, maybe we could make a deal. And then he starts swinging it back and forth. You are getting sleepy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Your eyelids are getting heavier and heavier. You're having a
It's
difficult
kind of working,
time.
but I just have one question. Are you a horse girl? Like, were you married to a horse?
I don't know what you're referring to. My wife Apollo was a lovely creature, as I said.
Were you fucking a horse?
Speaking of sleepiness,
Yeah.
ooh, your eyelids are so heavy.
This man fucked a whore.
All right.
That's how we lost.
Yeah.
No.
So using the keepsake as an automatic win, you've used it. You used it very creatively. These two buckaroos, their knees get weak and they sit down hard on the sand, the warm sand, and just slowly. I imagine they sit down beside each other and tilt towards each other till their heads, the sides of their heads are touching, and then that just
100%.
I just, when he said he started swinging it, immediately the picture on my mind was like, he's about to start nunchucking this and just beat the shit out of both of them with the necklace.
I thought he might do that.
Yeah, very unpredictable.
All right. And Billy, of course, she's still shaken, but she thanks you for freeing her and says that, oh, we ought to get out of here. There's some bad men here. We just got to get.
Yes, Billy, come along with me. Yeah, we got to meet up with my friends.
You
We're
got that
gonna
crazy
put a
old
stop to
prospector
these.
magic.
Stop to this gang.
I fucked a horse.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So you succeed in untangling your knot. You saved the old lady, and now you have an old lady with you who is still holding a kettle. All right.
You could do some damage with that.
Yeah.
Maybe. It is an option. She is there for you to include in your narrative.
That's my favorite thing to do with women. Include them in my narrative.
I'm gonna pass this Bechdel test if it kills it.
All right. If it kills us. All right, Steph, which title do you want to go with for
Well, I
Miss
think-
Becker?
I think I have to choose worst blood.
What was your
Worst luck, comma, worst blood, comma, whatever worse is next.
Hmm.
All right. So are you approaching the camp on your horse, or are you trying to like sneak in on foot and have your horse kind of at the ready to flee? Like what's your
Horse at the ready to flee. I think that once she got her vision back, hold on, I gotta get my accent ready to go. Okay, here we go. Yeah, once the horse is packed, we gonna sneak in as quietly as possible.
All right. So as you're sneaking in, you go around one of the smaller little pup tents, and on the other side of it, you hear a familiar voice. And as we mentioned earlier, the Death Brothers, it's not just male presenting bad guys, there are female presenting bad guys too. And you hear the voice of the woman who stole your fiance. She has joined this band of bad
bitch.
people. It's not just bad blood between you two. It is worse blood between you
It's
two.
personal.
It's personal.
This time.
Yeah, this time.
We need our music.
Cue the music.
We need music. And she's you actually do catch her talking about the main Death Brother. Somebody give me a name. Give me a first name.
Jonathan.
Jonathan Death has
Mhm.
ridden ahead to
That's all
Scorpion
I-
Creek.
So sorry.
Good old Johnny Death.
Yeah. Now, he likes to be called Jonathan. You don't call him Johnny. Call him Johnny, you get shot. It's Jonathan Death, and he has ridden on ahead to Scorpion Creek.
Scorpion Creek. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pull back like the little wherever the tent I'm hiding behind and be like, "You bitch."
That was a good start.
Yeah. All right, Mitch. It sounds like you get to be
A bitch.
A bitch.
a bitch that stole someone's fiance.
I
What is
can't
your
believe-
name? What's your name gonna be?
Dorothy.
Dorothy. All right.
Well,
Dorothy,
well.
you bitch.
She
Look what the
has
cat dragged in.
bright red hair. It's not natural. It is definitely dyed. And a corset that is cinched just a little too tight.
Mm-hmm.
And what makes it worse, she didn't just steal your man. She stole him, used him, and then left him.
Oh.
Took all he had.
Oh, you whore. I can't believe you did this. You are the worst of the worst, honestly. Bitch.
That depends who you ask. A lot of
I
men
don't
say
have
I'm
to-
the best of the best.
I don't have to ask anybody, okay? Listen, I know what you did to my ex-fiance. God, I need like a name.
Carlton.
Carlton. Oh my God, why did you make it so hard for me to say? I know what you did to Carlton, okay?
Carlton.
You don't say the R.
I love
It's non-rhotic. I know what you did to Carlton, okay? Like, I know that you stole him from me.
If Carlton
and then-
wanted to be with you, he would have stayed with you.
Well, he didn't know that you were gonna like steal all his money and leave him heartbroken, okay?
That's what I do, honey.
Well, yeah, that's because you're a whore, but that's okay. That's fine. I'm gonna
Tune in
handle
next week to
this.
Real Housewives of Wolf's Gorge.
Prostitution whore. Real Housewives of New Jersey. Oh God. Right. Okay, that's fine. So what are you doing with the Death Brothers?
What do you think?
All right. You know
That's
what?
my last name.
That's your last name. Oh, so did you marry one of them, or you just a death from birth?
Obviously, I'm Jonathan's sister.
Oh, all right. Well, then this is gonna make the job real easy. I'm gonna pull out my keepsake, which is my Balkan irons.
Oh yeah.
A pair
That
of
means
ugly
guns.
killing pieces I acquired in Leadville card game. Squat and one with sweat blackened grips. Theirs is devil's work. That makes me the devil's handyman. I suppose, although I've never fired them. Good thing I don't believe in the devil.
So, his is a necklace. Mine is related, and I'll reveal what it is later. And yours is like,
Mine's got-
hey, I got these two bad boys.
I'm from Boston. I don't know what you wanted from me, okay?
I'm packing heat.
I'm packing heat. I want them in a card game.
I'm
okay?
shooting here.
I'm so sorry to the city of Boston.
Okay, so I guess I'm... Lindsay, do you want me to switch to the fight music, seeing as she's just whipped out a pair of
Yeah.
pistols?
And she will get to. Well, let me see. Do you want? Nah, you're using your keepsake, so you get to just win. I don't think you have to do. I don't think you have to do a coin flip for that. Let me double check. We didn't earlier, but this
I
is
got
cooler.
2 guns, so
Dorothy's
Yeah.
calling out for Jonathan,
Roll
but
with advantage.
now remembers that Jonathan just left for Scorpion Crick.
A big show of using the keepsake in some fun way and unravel a knot with it broken, missing her. Describe how it helped, how I lost it. Unravel the knot. Check off the keepsake. Yeah. So I think killing.
Oh wait, I can't use this again if I use it now?
Well, I was gonna say, if we jump real quick, retroactively back to Dalton, there are 2 bad guys passed out who are probably armed. If Dalton wanted to, he could probably relieve them of their shooters. Same with this situation. You know, you could probably rifle in her pockets to get more bullets and whatever. You know, it's a Wild West. Everybody uses the same gun, right?
Something like that.
Something like that. Everybody shops
Good
at
thing
Walmart.
Ethan's not here to tell us what kind of guns
Oh, yeah.
they would be.
Yeah. I felt so bad for him when he asked me for a specific year for that other game, and I was like, oh god.
He asked me first, and then I was like, just ask Lindsey. And he's like, I don't want to bug her. I feel like I'm a bugger with all these year questions. I was like, just do it.
No, it's just bad because like I don't know history. So I'm gonna get it's fantasy. Okay, anyway, on this game though, it's 1900. And you're gonna shoot a person. So like
Oh,
yeah.
describe
Shoot a bitch.
this cool fight. Like are you
Well-
like is there like a standoff for a second, your fingers twitch over
I
the
think so. Because
Yeah.
it says I've never shot him before, so she's all angry. I was going to say angy.
All angry.
All that too. And she's just like, look, I ain't dealing with you anymore. My life is coming to an end, so I'm gonna end yours first. And she takes out her guns and she's just like, okay, just stand real still because I don't got the aim real good. And if she moves, she just shoots twice, like bang bang. Gets her right in the heart, as we are cowboys with big hearts.
We are indeed cowboys with big hearts.
All right, well, what's this look like on Dorothy's side of things? What's Dorothy do?
I feel like Jonathan had given his darling sister a gun, not
Mhm.
figuring she'd ever have to use it and it would always just be there for intimidation. So I feel like Miss Becca tells her not to move. She whips her 6-shooter out. She pulls the trigger and nothing happens because it is not a real gun, and that's when Becca unloads the 2 shots. Because Jonathan's always
Jonathan
there to
gets.
protect his sister.
Wow. I can't
Oh, that's
believe
rough.
you
But he's
missed
ridden off
me
to the
with him.
crick.
Well. Turns out your deaths aren't that good of shots anyway. I
Little
don't-
flag
I
comes
don't-
out that says bang.
Oh my god, it's a fake gun.
Yeah.
I gotta pick
Um,
up the fake gun.
Pick up the
real
fake gun.
with the real gun with no bullets.
She's
Yeah,
all shut.
and then yeah, well, like just inside that tent, maybe there's an actual gun. But as you walk up to her, you can see peeking out of her jacket is some folded, stiff canvas type fabric. And when you look at that, it's a map to a specific point in Scorpion Creek, probably where her brother is going.
Your brother was stupid, just like you. He left you with a fake gun and the map. Okay, with the X where the spot is. God.
I
All
kind of
right.
feel like he wasn't expecting an old man with 1 foot to walk in and hypnotize the other 2 people with the actual guns, and maybe that's
Yeah.
the issue.
That was his
Yeah.
mistake. And obviously,
Yeah.
Always expect the
alright.
unexpected.
Truly. Oh my
All
god.
right, but we do know there's at least one other dude here.
Not for long.
And I'm gonna go ahead
gonna
and
seduce
say, yeah. So you done good, Miss Becker. However,
Thank
those bang bangs did alert the other guy that now violence has struck. He assumed that his companions were going to take care of the old man, and with probably just fists. But hearing the bang bang, shit just got real, and that takes us over to Winthrop. And where you are coming in, you arrive just as this man climbs up into the back of a wagon, and you can see his back and hear him messing with some locks and stuff. And inside this covered wagon, there's snarls and barks. So he's about to release probably dogs. Maybe it's wolves. Maybe it's coyotes, but he about to let the dogs out.
Oh, damn it. I was just about to say, I suppose I'm about to find out who let the dogs out. You beat me to it, Lindsay, because I was
Yeah.
letting you narrate.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So you need to stop him before he finishes. Otherwise, your whole group's gonna have to deal with some
Sir,
white fang action up in here.
excuse me, sir.
All right.
Sir,
oh, you know what
Sir.
we want? I guess I should do a manly voice. Yeah, what do you want? I gotta release these dogs.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that's strictly necessary. You look
think it
like a
is.
kind man. Now,
Well, you gotta get your eyes checked, old timer.
I'm no stranger to, well, men and women alike, I must say. So,
You
is
got a
there
pretty
some sort of
mouth.
problem here that I can assist you with?
Yeah, this lever's stuck. You want to give me a hand?
Sure.
All right, I figure
Um,
if we both pull at it, it'll probably come free.
Absolutely. Something like this, and can I just try and, like, walk up behind, because has he stepped, like, up onto the wagon?
Yeah, he's up in it, like messing with the thing.
Could I try and just go,
He'll even like reach down and like offer you a hand up.
could I just go like this and just grab hold and pull him off the wagon?
Sure, yeah, we can do that. Do you want to use a keepsake?
My
or-
keepsake can do nothing in this situation.
I don't know. I think it could.
I feel like I'll leave it for my nice big dramatic reveal.
My
Okay.
big dramatic
A bit
tale.
I love a
later.
big rat. I love it. So do you want to try maybe using something from your medicine bag as you're pulling him down
shit!
to subdue him?
Oh,
What'd you do? What
I just-
happened?
Smacked my mouse into my dice. Dice have gone everywhere.
Oh no!
Oh, the
liquid.
worst.
I thought you spilled something.
I thought it
No,
was
it's
water,
worse
yeah.
than spilling liquid everywhere. My dice are now out of order and all over the floor. Sorry, Lindsay, I cut you off with my cry of anguish. Yes, I could try using something from my medicine bag, I suppose.
I forget.
I mean-
Did you have one that made you strong? That would be good.
Yeah, I have this potion of storm giant strength.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, you've got several that. One makes you feel roaring with health. That could be this one. My ticker is steady and strong.
Yeah.
So it could be like a rush of well-being that allows you to like do some.
I'm
We're kinda
gonna
like
go
witchers with our potions.
Mhm.
The last one's
Um,
aspirin, basically, which cracks me up. Just a heavy
Yeah.
dose of aspirin.
I'm gonna go for a healthy shot of white lily foxglove digitalis. Get my heart chugging like a steam engine and then pull this guy right off that wagon.
All right. If you win the flip, then you can pull him off and maybe break his neck.
Oh, I do pull him off indeed.
Oh.
We got elder sign, ladies and gentlemen. Heads means instant relief. My ticker is both steady and strong and organ pounding like a steam engine.
All right.
Woo!
So you
Just
do.
like this, right?
You pull this man off the back of this wagon with such ferocity that he hits the ground, and there just happened to have been a rock that you didn't notice, and as he hits right at the base of his skull, it cracks the back of his skull, severs his neck, and
Oh my
his-
god.
Can I just say he makes the sound of? I posted a GIF in chat, but where it's the lady, she's stomping grapes and she falls off. The sound that she makes in that famous
Yeah.
video that everyone knows that I'm talking about.
I do.
Yeah.
Now that I've seen the
Okay.
GIF, I know the exact
All right.
noise.
Yeah, absolutely. You can.
I have no idea, but I'm assuming it's hilarious.
It
The
is.
sound she makes is interesting.
And
yes.
Winthrop just,
I can't
was
duplicate.
not going for that. Oh, my bad, sir. Oh.
Mm.
And I'll just kind of go back to the wagon quickly and just make sure it's all definitely shut. And if he'd unlocked any of it beforehand, just lock it back up.
Right, yeah, you do that. You secure, and they're huge. These are huge Mastiff type dogs that are
Good
just.
dogs.
Yeah, their spittle is even in the starlight. You can tell it's got tinge with red from where they're just given raw meat and stuff to eat.
I'm gonna name you Phantom.
That's my dog's.
I know.
All right.
Pandora and Phantom. Lovely to meet you
That's-
both.
Yeah. So there is at least one death brother left in the world that needs to be dealt with. You've got a map because, of course, they have a map.
Of
You've
course.
taken care of this posse. So we're ready to go into Act 3. But before we do that, we'll take a very quick bathroom break. And then Act 3. Wait, no. Yes, we did, everybody. I remember.
We
I'm
did
with you.
We sure
indeed.
did.
I just forgot to mention that this chapter was called Rabbit Dogs of Broadway.
Yeah.
See how it all ties together?
That's the piece I forgot. I was like, wait, I don't have enough clips. What happened? See, I knew you were gonna pick that, I guess.
I
Or I forced
was
it. Who
between that
cares?
and Tenement Gunfight, but then you mentioned dogs, and I was like, perfect.
Okay.
Love it.
So yeah, we'll take a quick break and then we'll come back. And Act 3 has the description of all bets are off. So this is your go big,
Woo!
go home time.
Oh, I'm going
Nice.
big and going home.
Yeah.
Home, I mean, the great beyond.
All right.
All right.
So put
We'll
that
see you
break
all
screen
in a
up.
second. We are back. Hello.
Hello. Welcome back, buckaroos and buckaroo-don'ts. I don't know.
Chuckaboos.
Chuckaboos and chuckadarlings. So, the heroes have invaded the little outpost camp. One of the Death Sisters has been taken down by none other than Miss Beckett. We've saved Billy Perry from a life of servitude. Several more. Well, two Death Brothers were put to sleep very cleverly, and another was accidentally murdered. But we have a map, we have a will, we have weapons, we have a way. They saddle up and ride on towards Scorpion's Creek.
The creek.
To
Got
the
something
creek.
ain't right in the creek.
Now, it is a dry creek, so right now there is not any water currently flowing through it, but you can see the creek bed where it once was. Of course, there is a cow skull off to the side because this is the desert and that has to happen. Maybe there's some ribs too, who knows? And you hear from a cave in the canyon wall just off the creek the sounds of many, many voices, and you can even see some firelight from down in that cave. And I guess we'll go back to our previous order. So
Something ain't right in the creek.
Maywood, let me get your title list here. Maybe this time I won't forget to do all three of you.
Let me introduce y'all. This here is Billy. She was, well, I guess she's now the widow of Billiam.
Pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
Pleasure's all mine.
What's my accent? Find the
I can't tell where you're from, Miss. It sounds like a lot of things.
It sure does, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm from Boston, so don't worry about it.
That's the East Coast way.
Yeah.
Well, it's west if you go west enough, I reckon.
I guess that's also true.
Okay, let's take a mountain of fire.
All right. Is
Something
that where
worth
them
love.
sons of bitches are that killed my beloved Billy? I'm gonna just show them what for. And she picks up her skirts and she's got that kettle in one hand and she starts hobbling quickly for an old woman towards that cave mouth.
Calm yourself, Billy. We can't rush in with heads heated like this. We'll be gunned down right quick. All I have here is this toy gun too that I found. There's a bang out of it. Maybe I'll just break that piece off. Yeah, that'll help.
Ma'am, these are hardened criminals.
I think I would know. I was the one in their camp. I know what's. Listen, there's at least 4 of them with bad knees. I'll take them out, and you handle the other 40 or 50.
Yeah, that seems very fair, honestly.
That seems fair, but I'm curious, in all the travels, I think there was some mining going on in this area. He sniffs the air, the old prospector. Yeah, there's definitely the hint of dynamite I'm smelling in the air. Maybe.
She also sniffs. I don't. Is it eggs? Smells kind of. I don't know.
That's the sulfur. You need sulfur. You need charcoal. You need some saltpeter, which can be derived from urine. I don't know if you knew that or not.
She just blinks at you.
Why do I know how to make gunpowder? Anyways. Yeah, so perhaps if they're mining, they're all in that cave there, and there's dynamite involved. You get me in there near that dynamite, and things will go boom, as far as I'm concerned.
I'm thinking we probably want as many of us away from the boom and as many of them as close to the boom as possible.
I agree. Irish. Fuck.
I agree, I do. So I do.
I agree.
You're just right with it.
I can't get away from it. Yeah.
It is Paddy's weekend, to be fair.
It is, yeah.
It's very true. Okay. Well, how about they know who I am, and I think they would. They let me cook them food, so I reckon they'd trust me. I can go on in, and they'll be like, "Oh, it's just old Billy. Don't mind her none."
Like if you decided to come back because you were like, oh, I didn't really want to be recaptured by this weirdo with a horse necklace.
I'll just say that I can't. They don't know what happened, I don't reckon yet, unless there was somebody that ran ahead of us. So I'll just say the others are.
That makes sense.
They're putting the horses up and sitting.
They're tweeting
down.
about it.
Yeah. There's birds flying around like crazy, all of them. Death Brothers were murdered. Death Brothers were murdered.
Oh my God. Sorry, I forgot about the part where they weren't right there for some reason. Fuck. Brain no work. Oh, the loose dogs are back.
Yeah, I like the gist of the plan. What do you think of this? So perhaps, if you're so inclined, you give me a clothes there, and I'll go in and pretend I'm you, and I'll serve them up some food, and by that I mean blow up the dynamite and everyone within the cave. And he wants to use his death. Basically.
Ooh, I like it. Okay, then we'll so she'll change clothes with you. I got a little worried when you first started saying this plan. I'm only recently single, but I'm understanding now. So we'll get you set up and get you down there. And then before you do your thing, we'll swap to the next person and then just maybe do the final acts all together.
Nice.
If that sounds good.
It sounds like a mountain of
Sounds
fire.
great.
It sounds like a
A
mountain,
mountain on fire.
It does.
All right. So do you want to? I mean, you can go ahead and RP your descent into the
Venice.
yeah
Oh, yeah.
your descent into hell.
He'll
The
get
very mouth.
his knickers situated,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what? Does anyone have anything I can use as a bosom? God has
As a
not
what?
granted me a bosom.
Oh, as a bosom. Right.
Yes.
Um.
Come on, buddies. Come on, my bosom buddies.
We could probably stuff it with like a bunch of stuff. Well,
Yeah.
All right.
Bedroll.
Enough stuffing.
Billy makes sure to give you her kettle because they're not going to buy it if you don't have the kettle with you.
Oh yeah, gotta get the kettle.
Mm.
Let me put this bonnet on. That'll help. All right. How do I look?
Beautiful.
you look just like one of the guys from oh my god, now I'm over the garden wall that wears the kettle in his end.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got there.
She goes to pat your cheeks to make them rosy, but they're already rosy, so she doesn't.
You look
Alright,
like
let
the
me,
lady I
practice.
used to know, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh. All right. Well, let me just practice my high voice. Hi. How's that sound? I sound like a lady now. With my
Oh,
very
that's
high
perfect.
voice.
Yeah, you sound
Yeah.
perfect.
Indistinguishable.
Mhm. All right. Well, you guys wait out here. I'm gonna head on down. He starts slowly toddling into the cave.
Be safe.
I look up back at this is totally not gonna work, right?
I don't think so. I think he's gonna die.
We're gonna have to come up with something else.
I think so.
At which point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What?
Becker, are you gonna keep with your theme here?
I gotta worst love. As soon as I
Worst
saw that, I was like,
love.
oh man. Although the moon buries the sun is really like very tempting, but no,
Yeah.
worst love. We're fine.
Was your stolen fiance? Was he alive still?
We don't know.
Maybe.
He could be.
I guess we're about to see.
Yeah. So what kind of we got Cox is going down into the cave to blow up most of the gang. What kind of knot do we want for worse love?
Well,
Do we want like a standoff Alamo situation? Maybe there's a small shed type building with some more hostages in it, and maybe that's where your true love Carlton is, or
even more deceptive. I think that Carlton has joined the Death Brothers, and
oh
I
no.
was thinking
And-
that.
yeah, that's
He's gonna
what-
try to talk you out of it.
he's gonna try to talk me out of this.
Take you
Exactly.
back.
Baby, yeah. Oh, this is. As soon as I saw Worst Love, I was like, well, he has to be alive and a piece of shit, right?
Okay, so how about this? Winthrop and Becker. Becker, you see someone who you definitely did not expect to see. He's more gaunt and hateful looking. He has a scar on his face now, and he is standing beside the shed. And you can't help yourself. You've got to know what's going on.
I gotta know.
And as you approach, a grizzled Carlton grabs Winthrop by the collar and shoves him into this little building. And there's people inside that are all like, they're minors, not children, but people who mine.
I was like, the kid.
I think you put me in the wrong room.
And he slams the door shut and presses his back into it, and then looks to you, Becker, and says, something, Mitch. What does he say to her?
Yeah, you gotta play Carlton now.
Me?
Yes. I just moved your buddy out of the way.
Mrs. Becker.
Carlton, what are you doing? What's happening?
You lost weight.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You. Yeah, I have. I've got tuberculosis, so that'll do it. You look like shit.
You know, my mother always said you could stand to lose a few pounds.
Wow, fuck your mom.
Jesus.
Your mom's the worst. You know what? I'm beginning to understand why this didn't work out. Besides the fact that that whore, who is dead, stole you from me. But, you know.
Oh, you killed?
I
You
killed
killed
her.
Dorothy?
I did. And she deserved it. I did it for you, but now I realize I probably shouldn't have, so.
You did it. Because you knew we would be together
We're
until
not.
the end. Join me.
I'm not gonna join you.
Join the Death Brothers.
I'm not joining the Death Brothers.
There is a child here. And we will raise her to be the devil.
You got it first.
Or whichever
Mommy,
story
Mommy.
title that was back in the
Mommy.
beginning.
Hold on. You stole a child.
Uppies.
Puppies, mommy.
What was it?
I pick up the
What was
kid.
it?
What is that?
There is a baby here named Claudia,
Claudia.
and she
Hi,
will one
Claudia.
day destroy heaven if you and I raise her together to love the devil.
First of all, I pick up the kid.
666.
in.
Okay.
I pick this child up and I'm like, I'm not gonna raise this child to worship the devil.
Please,
I'm
please,
done.
Mama good.
No.
The
Satan!
baby spits pea soup at you.
Oh God. Okay, I put the baby down. I've had too much vomit today already. I can't join you. First of all, I'm dying. Second of all,
We're
I
all
gotta
dying.
kill- well, no, I mean like I'm actively dying. Like
Dying to return to me.
no. No. Maybe I was, but not after you joined the Death Brothers. It pains me to see you like this.
So, who was your friend? That I just
Oh,
locked up in
Win-
with the mine, not the
Winthrop?
children, the miners.
Winthrop?
Are you
Oh, yeah,
are you two a
he's-
thing now? Am I gonna have to go in there and kill him?
You know what? We are a thing. How about that?
I'm gonna go kill him.
Yeah, you can go kill him. You're such a best.
Your
As
mother
my
sucks
people-
cocks in hell.
No. As my people would say, you're a Shonda. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh.
Oh, look at that bitch. I
Ooh.
dropped it.
I'm
Thanks,
so
Jay.
verklempt.
I'm verklempt. I'm schwitzing. I'm having a moment. I am gonna die though. I want to take him out with me though. I wanna like tackle him and yeah. So let me,
Okay, so this is your.
I'm
So
dying.
he you see that there is a knife, a long knife on his belt. And you're gonna dive towards him.
Yeah.
If that works for you.
Yes, I want to dive towards him and grab that knife off of his belt.
All
Oh,
right.
Betsy.
And you land on
Back
top
up.
of him as you stab right into his heart. Carlton also has a gun, and he manages to get the gun up just right into the this part of your rib cage. You with me?
Yeah.
What's this?
Oh, yeah.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't know why I can't words. We're out of them. We've met
There's your
our
sternum.
quota.
Quota.
Yeah, that's it. And from inside this little shed, not yet, but there will be the sound of a gunshot and a screaming child outside, but not yet.
The child's probably already screaming, but
Yeah. How old is Claudia? What are we're talking like 2 or 3, enough to talk, I guess.
Yeah.
She was wanting uppies.
Uppies.
All right. So since Claudia was added, there is a small child. So now there's a old woman in ill-fitting men's clothing, a small child, a wolf woman somewhere.
Our characters for the next campaign.
Obviously.
Hell yeah, they
That's
are.
how we come up with characters. All right. So we rewind to Winthrop getting shoved bodily into this little shed. Sorry for the removal of agency, but that's kind of how this particular game kind of has to go.
Well, hell.
Kidnappings and all. It's part of the deal of kidnapping.
I feel like I've just had all my agency removed by that man.
I know. All of you must die. He must die now that he's removed your agency. All right. Would you like the last chapter to be taken to be called Candy, Red Rabbit, The Moon Buries the Sun, Guns of Seneca?
Seneca. That's where I went to school, Seneca.
Hey, words are hard and reading is tricky.
Yeah, reading is
Under
tricky because
Lake.
I very nearly read that penultimate one very wrong when I first saw it.
Whoa! Devil take the hindmost.
Well, ma'am, as I am shoved into this shed, I am seeing a large amount of dynamite as discussed earlier, and I'm wanting to help bury these Death Brothers under that mountain like the moon buries the sun.
What? All right. So there's also the adult humans who mine.
Absolutely.
So you can.
I'm in here with the dwarves.
They're terrified, but they're angry. You know, these are hardworking, good-hearted, God-fearing folk, and you getting shoved in here. There's a glimmer of hope in all their eyes, and you can rally them and get them to help you do the thing. Maybe even as you're hearing arguing outside, maybe you can bust it. It's just a little shed. They're only really being held under threat of death, not because it's Fort Knox. It's a shed.
I will find if there's like a small box or crate or something that I can just stand on to get up a little bit higher. And
absolutely, there is. If there's not, one of them will actually get down on the hands and knees so you can stand on his back. You're that charismatic.
Gentle folk of this here shed, you look to me like you have been imprisoned for way too long under the rule of these here Death Brothers. Now, I'm here with some friends of mine, and we got ourselves a plan, and I'm gonna whip out my keepsake.
Hell yeah.
A black shawl collar dinner jacket, bowler and blood red silk cravat. That is how to dress flash. People figure I'm either a banker or a vampire, and the ladies swoon either way. Gentlemen too, quite occasionally. And as I swirl the jacket on, place the hat upon my head, I'm here to lead you to salvation. If you are with me, we're gonna storm our way out of this shed. We're gonna help my friends, and we're gonna rain our righteous fury down upon those Death Brothers. There is enough dynamite to bring this whole dang mine down upon them all. To kill the Death Brothers is to kill death. And we will conquer death itself.
I feel like you need a yeet.
Also, there were 2 rings that were vomited up by the
No.
and I want them.
We're not at no.
No, that's just part of the syphilis hallucinations. Lindsey.
I'm shoehorning them all in.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
All of the straws.
They're roused. They're raising their little hard hats, and they're
I
ready
like
to
what
go.
this guy's saying.
I'm
Yeah.
ready.
If you like the cut of my jib,
Why do you look like a vampire?
One in the back just goes, "I'm here for it."
Oh my god! See?
One dynamite. Ha 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 ha.
Ooh, dynamite.
I like this guy. Something about him. I can't do a Transylvanian accent, it turns out.
Oh my
All
god!
right. So you get these guys, and as they go to break down the door.
gentlemen,
With
you
their
all have
shoulders.
pickaxes. I don't. Take care of that door.
They do, and
You got it.
right as that first hit is about to happen, you hear a gunshot from outside, and
Oh,
Yeah,
it's for me.
you want to describe your death real quick, Becker?
Yeah, she's like wrestling with a guy. It's Carlton. And it's taking a while and she's knifing him, and then the gunshot just like goes off, and it's just she looks so surprised, and she's like, "This is it. This is the end. This is not how I wanted to go." Oh. She coughs up blood all on his face. Oh no. No, Winthrop, take him. Get away from the mine. Get these people away. And I got it.
There's a toddler.
Oh yeah, this child. You should take this child to the mine. They're part of the devil.
Where? Kill.
Gentlemen,
Yeah,
something ain't fine in this mine.
That rhymes.
yeah, you should just. It's fine. You got it, Winthrop. I trust you in your
I don't-
syphilitic mind.
Becker
I will tell
expires.
stories of you, Becker.
Thanks. Only good ones out. Okay. And then she is a long death, but it happens finally.
Yeah, that last exhale happens. Her body goes slack. The miners have already rushed past you, except for the one miner who is a child. She's still there. The adult people who mine have rushed ahead, and you can hear they're tying fuse lines and the sounds of pickaxes in rock as they're trying to go ahead and start collapsing the tunnel. We're tossing more dynamite down the way. They don't have enough dynamite out here to collapse the whole thing. They could collapse the mouth of the cave, but that's
Nice,
not enough
slow,
to necessarily
painful
kill
death.
anybody. However, you know that Cox is on the inside, and that's where the bigger cache of dynamite is. So, Maywood, if you would like to narrate your glorious death within the mine.
Yeah, he's going to toddle down and saying away, "Oh, just making some tea for the boys. Boys love the tea for the miners, for the death. You know what? This tea goes out to Father Death. Yeah, that's it." Do-do-do-do-do. Sort of searching for where the dynamite is. Lighter in one hand, teapot in the other.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually finding the big cache, recognizing it for what it is from all those years as a miner.
Yep.
All right, this tea ought to do it here. Let me just brew something up. I love the smell of gunpowder in the morning. It smells like victory. And then he lights it.
All right. The fuse trails along the ground towards this huge cache of dynamite. No one seems to notice right away until just right when the little spark is right at the very first crate. One of the many Death brothers and sisters.
Wait, let me have take two on that.
Yeah.
TNT time.
Love it.
Thank
One
you,
of them
thank you.
turns just in time when you say that to see the spark hit the first box, and they scream, but it's
Zooms
too
in on
late.
his face.
Yep. The explosions rock the whole cavern. The stalactites start falling. There's rumbling, dust pours out of the front of the cave. That's when the adult humans who mine set off their dynamite and collapse the outside of the cave.
Every time this gets me. Right, the adults here.
There is so much dynamite and so much heat that happens. The rock face of this part of the canyon almost glows from within. And as the dust settles, the adult humans who mine are coughing and standing well away from the dust and the debris. Just like little traces of it around the bottoms of his boots. we see Winthrop standing, wind whipping at the edges of his cloak or cape, coat, whatever the fuck it
It's
is,
a dinner jacket.
a dinner jacket,
Perfect.
and a toddler clinging to his legs.
No, you're supposed to you're supposed to put the toddler in the fuck.
didn't
Toss
say
her
that.
in.
Oh Lord.
Come play with us,
Yeet.
Penny.
Oh my gosh.
I'll take the hat off and just press it to my chest. Mr. Cox, you always did know how to go out with a bang. Well, is there anyone still left around here that needs picking off?
No, you decimated the entire Death Boys gang. Well, I guess there's the two back at the camp, but you know. You can
Yeah,
pick
the
them
ones
off
that got
later.
hypnotized.
You just
they're
get that
talking
on the
like
way.
chickens now.
Yeah. So I think with that, the sun starts to peek up behind the canyon as dawn.
Well, actually, the moon
breaks.
buried the sun. That
Oh.
was the chapter I took. The moon's buried the sun, so we have no sun anymore.
Yeah, it's just a new one. A new one arrived. It was Amazon Prime.
Nice.
Sun. Yeah. This one comes with more accordion music. So the sun rises. You get the horses. Maybe sling Becker's dead body over hers to take her back to the Undertaker, and the story closes with Winthrop and his devil child heading back to town. What could possibly go wrong? The end.
Hey,
This
we
one
did
was
it.
amazing.
This was chaos, and I loved it.
Yeah, it was
Mm.
fantastic. Thank you,
Very
Lindsay,
good.
for running
Thank you
this
very much,
game.
Lindsay.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
And
fun.
we should say ran it after having it for 2 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
2 days.
And shoehorned in
Absolutely
some
wonderful.
DM mechanics so that someone could take charge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Again,
I
this
do
is
appreciate that.
this
Mm.
is supposed to be
Yeah.
a DM-less game, but
My brain doesn't always work like that.
Yeah.
I need directions.
yeah, it helps. Well, thank you for playing and thank you for watching. And we'll try to do some more one-shots of
We
different
should definitely do some more of this.
We random crap that I
should.
find. I have another one by Bully Pit Games called The Skeletons that we can do.
Ooh.
I feel
I'm
like
gonna-
I remember you mentioning that one before.
Yeah, and it's I have a lot of little games, so
If
you get
you-
little breaks.
If you want to catch one of our other one-shots as well, I'm fairly certain, don't quote me on that, but hopefully we have on YouTube somewhere the VOD of the last one-shot Lindsay ran, where we were all minions
I love minion
of
games.
the evil overlord of... I
Oh,
can't remember where we were... Was it
right.
like a swamp or something?
Yeah, it was.
There was a
Baba
witch, I think.
Yaga.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was it. And we were minions. That was great fun.
That was
Yeah.
so much fun.
We were trying to stop the heroes from saving the children that you kidnapped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
it was a good time.
gosh.
And
And
these
then we
were
have the-
minors, not adult
Yeah,
human
these were-
minors.
These were
Mm.
actual
Right.
miners, yeah. And then we have the other one, the bear one that I did. The bear down with the
Yeah.
bourgeoisie. Oh my
yeah.
god, that was
I
fun.
like that title.
That was great
It
fun.
was a lot of fun.
And then, of course,
And-
we have the one-shots that led on to Campaign 2 of Practical Heroes, Sands of
Yeah.
Solaris,
Yeah.
which is
Mhm.
currently ongoing.
And-
Ethan
and-
and I.
Yeah.
And you two.
And I'm
I'd
gonna
look
say
at a
this.
screen and say you two. That doesn't
Yeah.
make sense, but
Yeah, us others. And I'm going to say this so that I'm committed to doing it even more. We're going to start a shorter form game, hopefully in April. That'll happen during the week. It'll be a little 2-hour, but it's Bossen. It's a fun Nordic horror game with mysteries and stuff.
Hell
Very
yeah. And you'll see some familiar faces and some not so familiar faces.
Mhm.
Yeah. New faces, old faces, so many faces.
Absolutely.
The faces will never stop. They will haunt you in your dreams.
like hexadecimal from
Oh,
Reboot,
yes.
right? Everyone?
Oh my gosh. Reboot.
And
What a throwback.
Steph, we even
Yeah.
ended on time.
We did.
did
We
indeed.
ended a little early, which is great because now I can go change and like, yeah, that'll be great. I'm gonna get a tattoo.
Okay.
And with that, first things first, before we head off, do remember, guys, we are now partnered with Wraith Energy, which is pretty cool. You can get some powdered energy drink with all the crap taken out of it, and if you use code PHN at checkout, you can get 10% off. And most of the flavors, from what I've seen after doing research from Steph, are free of berries. So if you have a very
Free.
rare
Oh.
allergy to berries,
It's not that rare.
is it not? Fair
It's
enough.
a very normal allergy. It's just not one of like the big, like I think it's like the big 14 or something, which
14.
sounds like really crazy. It's like wheat, soy, peanut,
Yeah.
like a bunch of stuff. So yeah, it's not one of the big 14, but it's not totally crazy. At least
Fair
I'm not
enough.
allergic to like citric acid, which is terrible. What do you eat?
And with that, we will see you all next time for hopefully more Sounds of Sildaris, where we will be entering New Bellica under the rule of the Tower.
Ooh.
You know, stay rootin' and
Frosty.
tootin', everybody.
Yeah.
And other cowpoke words. I didn't get through the whole
It
Big
was a whole
old-
list.
list, but you know, it is what it is. And we need to get a wiggle on, which according to this website means hurry. So goodbye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.